Hey there, I wanted to record a quick video introducing you to the latest and greatest ApplicantPro product called Dialogg. Dialogg is an automated phone screening solution. Let's go ahead and jump into ApplicantPro and walk through how it works and what it can do to help your hiring process. I'm going to start on an individual applicant. You'll notice right here under my integrations tab, I have this Dialogg integration. Let's go ahead and start with the most common question is, how can you make an automated interview and how can my interview be unique to me? All I have to do is click Manage Interviews, and this is going to open up the ability to look at all of the interviews that you have created and allow you to create a new one. In this case, I have all of these interviews created, but let's say I wanted to add a new one. I click Add Interview. All I got to do is type out the interview title. I'm going to come and I'm going to select a custom question. And I'm going to do, how many years of experience do you have? I'm going to set a time limit. This time limit is how long you're giving the candidate to respond. So if you're asking for a bunch of experience, you might want it to be longer. Whereas if you're asking, for example, if I want to add another question with this other question, I'm going to make it shorter. I'm going to say, what are your salary expectations? I'm going to set a time limit of maybe 30 seconds. Now, once I have all of my questions set, you can add as many as you want. We just limit the interview to 30 minutes. And the only reason why we do that is we don't want the candidate experience to be a bad experience. We want it to be a simple phone interview. And so you can add as many questions up to 30 minutes. Now, all I got to do is click Save Interview. Yes, create the interview. And it's going to take me back to this page with my newly created interview right here. Now, once my interview is created, let's go ahead and talk about how can I invite my applicants. I've created my interview. It's perfect in every way. I want to send it to my applicants. One of the easiest ways to do that is to automate the invitation process. So go to your jobs dashboard, click Action, Edit next to one of your jobs. And at the very bottom, you have the ability to assign it. So I come down here, I can select Customer Service. And when to give, I can say at time of application or at time of application if the basic qualifications have been met. The only thing that's different between those two is if you're utilizing our job questions to set up automatic disqualifiers. If you're using at time of application if the basic qualifications have been met, then obviously only those candidates that get through your job questions as a qualified candidate would be invited to the interview. Now, that is the automated way. If you set this up, anybody that applies to that position or anybody that applies to the position that's met the basic qualifications will be invited to the assessment. However, let's say you don't want to automate it. If you come over to your applicant dashboard, you have the ability to select as many candidates as you want and scroll down here to the right and select your interview. And you can click Send Invite to all of them. Or the last option is perhaps you have just a single interview. You can create a status, maybe that says send phone interview or schedule phone interview, and you can associate that to an email template. And so those three options are the best way to invite your candidates: a fully automated, a bulk invitation, or a partially automated by assigning it to a status. Many ways to invite someone to take an interview. Just depends on what your hiring process looks like and what best suits your needs. Lastly, let's talk about once the interview is completed. So I'm going to jump back over to that applicant that we had pulled up earlier, Sean Jensen, and we're going to scroll down here. Now, as you can see, I'm on the applicant profile, but if I scroll down, I have access to the interview and it's already completed. I have the question and I can simply click play to listen to the answer. If I ever wanted to, I could select here and click download to download that individual audio. Additionally, we assign tags to the candidate once the interview's been completed. This allows you to easily see who's completed the interview and who hasn't. Additionally, this also makes it really easy to share candidate results. In this case, all you got to do is copy the link and I can send it to anybody that I want. So for example, if you're doing the phone interview, but maybe you want to send the results over to a hiring manager or maybe someone on your executive team for review, this makes it extremely easy to do so rather than having to share your notes. So as you can see, Dialogg is extremely easy to use. It is very fast as far as getting the results back, and it completely eliminates the need for scheduling interviews, trying to fit it into your calendar, and having to get on the phone during your busy schedule. This makes it to where you can blast it out and you can use it as a preliminary step before you schedule an in-person interview. I hope you enjoyed this presentation of Dialogg. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out, and I really appreciate your time. Thank you.